Good Tuesday morning, YouTube. This is going to be a run-on video, day by day. Take 2. So I found my card adapter for my memory cards, and it looks like it'll fit my cards for my camera, so I think I can transfer the video to, oh goodness, transfer my video to my computer and then transfer it to maybe my phone or whatever to get it to YouTube. Anyway, so I sat here all day yesterday trying to find a load. It was very frustrating. Didn't have exactly what I was looking for. Jeff was trying to help me, but I'm a stubborn old man, so, didn't have nothing I wanted. So now I end up with a heavy load going from Savannah to Olney, Illinois, but it's okay. I'm going to the money market. The rest of where I was at kind of sucked. I'm not coming back down either for 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not going to come back home. It's not going to happen. Anyway, so I give like a daily update. I think I'm going to try and do a vlog and do a daily morning update or something like that, and a little bit of my travels. I don't know. I ain't never done that way before, and seeing as I'm doing something different as far as being away from Schneider, we're going to see how that turns out. And maybe I can run issues as I go, which I don't have too many. I got my oil sample back. My oil sample. I got that back, and it's in decent shape. We've got 65,000 miles on it. Barely lost any viscosity, and there's hardly any, what do they say? I don't know. The oil specialist guy, oil dude I talked to said it's still good. You can still run it. So that'll work, man. I don't mind getting an oil change, but they're expensive, and if it's not going to harm the engine, then it's still good to go. I know there's some people out there that are very religious about getting their oil changed every 20, 30, 40,000 miles or whatever, but if it's not necessary, and it's not, I know a guy that goes like 80, 90,000 miles and has more miles on their truck than I do, and has had it since new, and samples it religiously, and their truck runs like a top. So, I'm not saying that there aren't problems inside my engine that I don't know about, but, every mile counts, people. Every mile counts. Anyway, we had our safety meeting yesterday. The Samsara ELD is like, man, that thing is awesome. The things that thing can do. Like, they put this camera up in here, and even if you don't have radar, my truck doesn't have nothing, right? My truck doesn't have any radar or anything like that. Even if you don't have that, as far as like a crash mitigation system or any of the new forms that are in the 19s and the 20s and whatnot that are built by Freightliner, and each one of them has their own trademark copyrighted name, that thing will tell whether or not you're following too closely and so on. You can change the parameters on the speed limit alerts, and you can even move around, like if your camera's positioned in the middle of your window or off to one side instead of in the middle of the window, you can actually change the setting where it shows where the middle of the window is, or where the following too closely sign is. We had a gentleman on in our crew that his was set, and it was reading way to the left. So it was reading every single car in the left lane that he was following too closely. So they had to change the parameters on that. Oh man, that's a good app. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long because I want to have add-ons into it. So we're going to head to Savannah and pick up the load, which they say takes a long time, anywhere from 2 to 6 hours. Hope to God it's not 6. And then we're going to head to Olney. And I'm going to get as much time as I can in there, so maybe I can drop it tomorrow and get another load tomorrow. That'd be nice, right? Talk to y'all soon. Day 2 of the week. Day 3 of my journey. So my APU decided to take a dump. My APU, my Energizer, my alternator light came on, and it wasn't charging the batteries. So I'm gonna crawl up under there, and I just got up, so I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta head on down to the Wally World, and maybe they'll take me today. See if JB Hunt rescheduled the load. I'll tell the details about that later on. But I gotta let the truck run so I can make my coffee and whatnot, and then I'm gonna get up out of here because I don't like to idle. Hopefully I won't have to idle later. Anyway, more later. Finally made it to Olney, Illinois. Now we're gonna go look at the APU, and hopefully it's just a wire, because if it's an alternator I'm not gonna be able to tell, because I don't have my voltmeter with me, because I don't carry that. Anyway, wish me luck. Alright, here it is. There's lots of videos out here on this though. Loosen the back bolt, loosen the middle bolt. Don't pay any attention to those two. There's 1, 2 bolts, and then you got to take these off the side right here, and the same way on the other side. There's 2 on the other side, and then loosen the 2 back bolts, and those 2 on the bottom front. I'll show it when I put it back together. But a lot of videos on this. This is what happens once you pop that loose. This is a 2015 model. It might be a little bit different. You just loosen these 2 right on the middle and the back. It'll drop down, and then you got to unhook the back side. But where's she at? There's a wire dangling right here. See that wire? That wire right there hooks in the back of that area. And I gotta figure out how I'm gonna put it back together. Here's a better view of it. Right? Where's it at? So it hooks right into here. See, it's come out of its case. It's got the same blue thing. It's come out of its little connector. So we're going to undo this screw right here, this bolt, and we're going to strip this down, and we're going to wire it back in. And then we'll have a charge again. How are we recording? If this is upside down, I'm sorry. You probably won't be able to tell much, but okay. So I had to strip the wire down because I ain't got all the tools with me that I need. And I wrapped it around this because I don't have any more of these connectors. I didn't bother checking in the truck stop, but this is just a temporary fix. Hey, if it works, it works. I've done it before 20 million times. Wrapped it around this, folded the wire up on there, and taped it around. So we're gonna put it back on the bolt, and I'm gonna put it back together, and then we'll be ready to roll, and I'll get my charge again. Yeah. Day 4, it's Thursday. I rounded up a load from the Big Blue. Well, when I was sitting there getting unloaded, I was able to snag a load. I had one lined up for 15. It was a good short run from CR England, of all people. England Logistics, but they didn't say they needed E-Tracks, but it was on the Raycon, so I couldn't haul that load, so took it off and came over here 2 miles down the road to the truck stop. After I got done getting unloaded, I kept looking, and I found one that had a 4 a.m. pickup, and I talked them up to $16.50. It's only another $150, but from $15 to $16.50 for the short run I'm getting off of it, it's really good money. So yeah, there's that. Good stuff so far. So that puts me at a hair over 800 for the first 4 days, since I technically started Monday, even though I didn't run Monday. So I'm on track, which is where I wanted to be. Now, to shoot for 900 a day, starting Monday, so I can get even more in on it. Maybe I can do that. Maybe later. Day 6. I forgot to do day 5, but whatever. I was sitting around at the Love's I was parked at. Found a load around 9 a.m. I think, or 8 a.m. Might have been 7:30. It was only going 88 miles, and they had 700 posted on it. So I called him up and I said, "Hey man, I'm calling about this load." And he says, "Well, here's the deal with it." I said, "It's picking up here, it's going there, and it's actually like 96 miles. And I've got 800 posted on it, which is 100 more than what he had posted on it, unless he had it posted somewhere else as well, unless he just changed it. And it drops at 7 in the morning and picks up at noon. But you can get there at 11. So 11 to 3 or something like that, because they don't do shipping for a long period of time. He put in it drops tomorrow morning as the tail end of it, and I'm like, man, he's like, yeah, he's like, that's the whole problem with it. He's like, I can't get rid of it. But if I got 800 on it, I said, well, will you do 900? 96 miles. It's about 40 miles away from me, 50 miles away from me, so about 150 miles for 900. He said, yeah, I'll do it just to get it off my board. So worked out for me, but here I'm sitting at Walmart in Grove City, and it's got a bad rep for taking forever to unload. They didn't have a door available. They're like, you need to get in this door to this door set and drop it in the even doors. And there was only one door available, and it was an odd door. So I pulled up to the front desk. I drove into the building and pulled up to the front desk. I pulled up, climbed out of my truck with a trailer still attached, and said, hey, y'all, I got a problem. There's no doors available, but 151 is open. She's like, just drop it in 151. I said, well, I don't want to be late. I'm not going to be in here before 7 o'clock. It's probably going to be 1 or 2 minutes afterwards. So I don't want to be marked down as late. She's like, well, mark you down. It's the right time. So hopefully I didn't get screwed on that. There's no place to park there. They got like every single spot. There would have been a spot or two available. If people had squeezed a little bit closer together up there in the front, but truckers, some of them boys are like, I can't get too close to you because, I got to have a 6-foot distance between me and my door and your door. Whatever. Anyway, so now I'm sitting at Walmart. It's 8 o'clock, and we'll see how well this goes. I'm really thinking that I might have to start doing the run over the weekend thing, because I'm not seeing a lot of loads coming out of Grove City, unfortunately. And the president's coming to, Circleville, which is just to the south of me, I believe. So there was 37 loads here going to anywhere from 100 miles. And now there's 41. There's a little bit. And I don't know, I want to call brokers and get something, but this being a Walmart that has sketchy unload times, I can't. I mean, I could and then risk it, but I'm not the one that's going to sit there and be late. I don't do that. So, man, this place is jam-packed. There is not a single place. I'm in the dirt lot because there was no place to park next to the building, and there is no place to drop a trailer. I squeezed in between two trailers that are kind of pinched in at the end on each other because nobody knows how to park trailers. I'm assuming there was more room before all this happened, but yeah, they are packed full of junk. So they're all ready for the holiday season. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's day 6. I might get something else. I hope to God I get something else. I'm shooting for at least another $1,000 before Monday. So I got 2 days to make that. And then I actually want to get, 12, 20 or something like that. I want to try and get at least to my 5,600 goal. I'm already 400 above my weekly goal, and that's after trailer payment and IFTA payment and everything. So doing pretty good. And my weekly bills payment. So, the weekly bills with the truck payment and house payment and all that. And that's with the payment that I got in there added up to a fake $1,000 a month home payment because, I don't have a house payment. I only got $75 a month I pay. So, no, that's without that. That's with the 75. So I'm actually 500 below where if I had a $4,000 a month house payment, I'm about 500 below where my bills for the week should be for that. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Day 7. Well, what can I say? This week has been horrible for me. Let me go back to here. And one load less. So, look at that. We looking for loads today. And last day of the week. Look at anything. I have no clue. I'm not doing that good this week. I'm actually, as far as dispatchers go, I'm a horrible dispatcher this week. I didn't have nothing Monday. Stupid dispatcher made me sit around all day waiting on a load. Didn't give me nothing till the next day. I've only ran 3 loads, total of 4,250. Gross 34 for the company. So, needless to say, the mileage isn't bad on it, but because that last load, I brought my rate per mile up pretty good. Second load brought me up to 800 a day, but this has dropped me back down. I couldn't find nothing yesterday, and then after I got done at Walmart, I went to Love's in Columbus, and for those of you who didn't know, President Trump was in Circleville. Well, I happened to be at Love's. It was close enough that it interfered with my phone signal pretty badly. Every second time I would open up the DAT load board and it would bring up my search parameters with the different locations I've searched. So I'd pick the one I'm trying to search from, and doggone if the stupid thing, I would click on a load and it would give me an error message about not having a signal or some other random stuff. I couldn't call out. People could call me, but how many of these brokers answer an email, and how many of them put an email in there? It was bad, man. It was real bad. So I had to move, and I waited too long. I waited way too long to move. I came back over here to London at the TA, and I'm not pleased at all with this week, but I've been kicking myself and asking myself, should I go ahead and just do a straight weekend through run, or keep doing what I was doing and book on a daily basis? Because it was working for me when I did it, but I haven't done it enough. Sorry, making coffee. I haven't done it enough to show its effectiveness on my end. I don't know, man. I'm just not having any luck this week. So, loads are there, but I guess maybe I'm being too picky, I don't like anything over 44,000 pounds for one. I just don't like the risk of stupidity of having to deal with scales or having to deal with some idiot that loads it wrong, and then you have to go back and get it reworked like the 82,000 pounds that I had the other day. So I am not in the mood for that again. $200 extra to cover 2 extra hours and costing you your time on the back end is not where I want to be at. So I gotta pour my coffee. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do I take a full reset? I've already lost yesterday. I'm gonna lose today if I take a reset. I got plenty of time on my clock, so I don't think I will. I was looking at, I don't do Pennsylvania, but I was looking at a load going to Leesdale because it's just on the other side of the border. Listed for $1,000 on 164 miles, but it drops tomorrow morning. And are these people going to make me wait? I'm just so frustrated right now with waiting to get unloaded by retarded people because they don't want to unload you. Not that they don't want to unload you, but just because they're slow, because, you know, they have to count every single item or whatever. Yeah, well, that and among other things, you know, I don't know. My approval, well, I'm not getting into that, but that'll drag it on too long. Your coffee, add baking powder or baking soda to your coffee to reduce acidity. Seriously, people, I mean, I've been getting spam junk email lately that's driving me crazy. Whatever. Anyway, it's bright. I'm going to get off here and I'm going to find a load and I'm going to get the heck out of here. Move on to the next stop and pick up and whatnot. If this is the end of the week, it's the end of the week. If it ain't, it ain't. No big deal. I'll recoup next week because, you know, I can't sit all day Monday and not get a load. I mean, that's practically impossible up here. I gotta keep telling myself, quit being so doggone picky. But, you know, Monday, I figured I could do that 3 o'clock shuffle. And I shuffled myself into nothing. So, nobody was taking my bids. I told you the story. Anyway, so, you know, that's it. I'm done for the week. I might post a little bit more on this. I might not. Y'all have a blessed day.